Top 10 most mysterious smelling perfumes, or I should say, wear these fragrances if you want to smell mysterious, if you want to convey an air of mystery, if you want people to scratch their head and to basically try to figure you out, try to figure out what you're all about. All 10 of these fragrances will definitely convey that vibe. I'm looking forward to sharing this list with you very soon, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I tell you about these top 10 fragrances that you can wear if you want to smell mysterious, if you want to get people's attention, if you want people to feel like there's something about you that needs to be unearthed or uncovered, and maybe it might compel them to try to get to know you better, I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. So, of course, many of these fragrances, I don't think they all are, but many of them are available at scentsplit.com. I'm gonna drop all of the links down below in the description box. So they are a great decanting service, so you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars to purchase a full bottle perfume. You can get a 5 ml decant, a 10 ml decant, whatever suits your personal requirements. Try it on skin, see how it interacts with your pH level and your skin chemistry, and if you like it, and if it's something that resonates with your personal taste, then you can go ahead and commit to the purchase of a full-size bottle. But ScentSplit is an amazing service. I've been using them for about a decade now, so maybe it's been over a decade at this point. But Shaheen, who is the owner of ScentSplit, he's an amazing human being, and they run a really efficient operation. Now, in the number 10 spot, Duro by Nasomato. Could have put Black Afghano, could have put maybe in a way Fantomas. That's also very mysterious smelling. There's also Hindu grass and absinthe. One of those is being phased out. I forget which one. I think Hindu grass. But with this one, let me tell you something. Beautiful fragrance. Dark, oudy, leathery, spicy. If you want to smell mysterious, Duro is one of those fragrances where, you know, you're just going to convey yourself or carry yourself with this unapologetic nature. You're not going to care about what other people are saying. You're going to be very much in your own zone. And this is like... This is like the perfect perfume for the stoic, right? So if you're practicing stoicism, this is such a wonderful fragrance to wear. So it almost kind of gives off this nonchalant cavalier demeanor, right? So, and it definitely conveys an air of mystery. Sample it at ScentSplit. Don't blind buy it, I should say, unless you've sampled it first and you like it, right? By Xerjoff, we have Groove Escape. So this one, it's very spicy, very peppery. And this is one where now is probably the best time to wear it. Or it's probably the only time to wear it. I know it's the best time to wear it. I know there are people that probably don't want to wear this one outside of winter, and I totally sympathize. I understand where people are coming from. Very dark, very spicy, very woodsy, very peppery, but it's a very, very good fragrance. And of course, Xerjoff fragrances tend to last a very long time. Of course, there's also Tony Iommi Deified. That one would probably be neck and neck with this one in terms of the mysterious vibes that they convey, but check this one out, please do. We also have from the brand Tom Ford. Yes, they do make a number of dark fragrances. The only one that's probably darker than this one is, well, a lot of them. Black Lacquer is another one. Noir Anthracite is another one. But I'm going to recommend something that is quite wearable, and it's ombre leather. So if we're talking about dark, leathery, spicy, saffron, a little smoky. It smells super rich, super luxurious, super expensive. This is a wonderful fragrance, right? And of course, there is Black Lacquer, which I own. And I also own Black Shine by the Dua brand. That one is also really, really dark. And you know, a lot of Tom Ford fragrances can be challenging, but if we're also keeping wearability in mind, ombre leather is one to consider. We have Mystic Experience by Inicio Parfum Privé. Now, I know people love this brand, and for good reason. I think they're an amazing brand. The thing with this fragrance though, there's coffee, there's amber, there's vanilla, so it's mysterious. It takes it in a darker direction, but it still possesses wearability, which ultimately is the case with all of these. When we're talking Nasomato, something like Sadonaso, the richness of the honey is too much for some people. It's a bit animalic. We also have some Xerjoff fragrances that utilize natural oud, and those can be a little rough and tumble as well. So I'm trying to also keep wearability in mind. And this is something that I mentioned in a previous video as well. I could have made them super dark to the point where nobody's going to wear them. Vie et Armis by Beaufort London, Poltergeist by Heretic Parfum, A City on Fire by Imaginary Authors. There are some fragrances out there that are so so dark to the point where I think people just wouldn't wear them. We also have 602 Bois Narcotique by Bon Parfumeur. This one has incense, pepper, and cedarwood. The cedarwood in and of itself is pretty peppery, but this one takes that unsweetened incense accord. It's a bit ambery as well. There's no smoke to speak of, at least not that I was able to perceive. Very, very good. And it's a newer fragrance from the brand. They also have Napa Tuberosa, so if you like floral perfumes, check that one out. And they also have Iris Cartagena. This one is woods, right? So Bois Narcotique, narcotic woods. And this one is a beautiful fragrance. And the predominating woodsy ingredient in that blend is without a doubt the cedarwood. Very peppery. We also have Purple Sapphire by the Duro brand. So this is their take. And look how dark the liquid is in this. My goodness. Very vanillic, ambery, spicy. This is their take on a very expensive fragrance by Bodicea the Victorious. I'm gonna drop the link down below. It's not an affiliate link. I don't make commission if you check this out or if you purchase it. I'm just trying to put this fragrance on the map. I've owned this for many years now, and this is one where a little bit goes a long way. And yes, I've even gotten a few compliments while wearing this one. I have done an in-depth review, and it's an amazing fragrance. We also have from the brand Etat Libre d'Orange. This one is called Spice Must Flow. So if you're a fan of spicy perfumes, and there's some other perfumes that sound dark, but they're not, like Ghost in the Shell. This one is dark, it's spicy. And there's also a perfume from the brand called Like This that has a pumpkin ingredient in it. So even though there are certain facets and nuances of that one that can be a little spicy, this is the one that I think will probably, you know, take the helm as far as spicy perfumes are concerned. This one is very, very good. Ooh. Let me do this one for the number 3 spot. So this one, The Last Day of Summer by Gucci. And this is part of the Alchemist's Garden. Now, they do have one that is very dark, very smoky, and it's called A Midnight Stroll. It's hard to recommend, right? There's a lot of Gucci perfumes that are very easy to recommend. Gucci Guilty Elixir, the original Gucci Guilty. Even for women, there's Gucci Envy. There's a number of Gucci perfumes that I personally love. And I think when we're talking about the Alchemist's Garden, there are a lot of citrus-heavy fragrances from this collection, and then there is also something as dark as A Midnight Stroll. This one is more green than it is smoky. So The Last Day of Summer is a bit more wearable than some of its counterparts, and I personally really enjoy it. Now here we have what many call the niche version, even though it's a designer brand, Encre Noire by Lalique, and this one is Sycamore by Chanel. It's part of their exclusive line, and this one is very warm and ambery and resinous, but this one also has a lot of vetiver in it, and it's the dark earthy vetiver that I think is not the easiest vetiver to wear. I know Roja Parfum has a vetiver perfume that is quite classy, distinguished, old money vibes. There's also Grey Vetiver by Tom Ford, also gives off a similar vibe. This one, however, is on the dark and mysterious side of things, and that's what this whole list is about, right? These are perfumes, you wear them, you're going to convey an element of mystery. But in the number 1 spot, this is a very enigmatic fragrance, very mysterious. And you know what? This one was kind of a challenge to select because it's actually a fragrance from the brand Amouage. And when we're talking about Amouage, I could have done any number of Amouage fragrances. Fate for Men, Epic for Men, Interlude 53, Black Iris. There's so many that are just very sort of complex and even challenging and enigmatic. And there's Royal Tobacco and Reckless Leather, and there's a lot of really beautiful fragrances. But this one, again, it has that wearability about it, but it's very mysterious. It's very dark. It's not as brooding as some of its counterparts. And this is a wormwood / Artemisia based fragrance. It's green, it's earthy, but it's also very poetic. This is such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And if you haven't tried this one, get a sample at a place like Scentsplit. And I think they still make this one. I know lately they've been phasing out a lot of fragrances, including Beach Hut for Men and Sunshine for Men, which was such a beautiful, you know, sort of a lavender resinous fragrance. But this one is Memoir for Men. Wormwood, Artemisia, gives off an absinthe vibe. There's a sharpness about it that is so unique and so intriguing as well. You wear this one, people are going to try to figure you out. People are going to be questioning you. They might be interrogating you. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Anyway, 10 fragrances that convey an air of mystery. I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. And check the ones that are available at Scentsplit. All the links are going to be down below. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.